guys, this is Nora Lee. Thank you so much for stopping by to my video. Today I am bringing you another edition of my default Decorate With Me. But before that, I am bringing you a DIY. My husband and I are going to be doing a door sign here. As you can see, he's cutting a piece of plywood. This is birch plywood. You can find it at your local Lowe's and Home Depot. I don't really think you need this type of plywood, but this is what we already had in hand. So we're using this plywood and we're cutting it 6 feet long and only 12 inches wide. So of course, I wish I could be a little bit more handy, but I'm not. So these letters here are actually from Walmart. I found these large letters at my local Walmart. They're in wood, some sort of wood, and I spray painted them white. And now using this special walnut in mini wax, I am going to be staining the board. My husband says I'm the stainer of the family. He says that I got pretty good at it, which I think so. I've gotten pretty much practice with every project that I've done here in our house and even before that. But it's not much trick to it. All you need is a good cloth and just, make sure to wear gloves and just rub it in. That's basically it, and just go over it a few times. Now I am wearing like summer clothing because actually when I recorded this, it was still summer here in Texas, and of course it's still hot. On the first day of fall though, we had our first cool front and we started getting cooler weather since then. It hasn't been as hot as this day, but of course it's still, we're not getting any weather to wear any jackets just yet. And of course, I don't know, you probably noticed my ET shirt. I just got some house clothing that I had. I didn't want to, wear anything that I can ruin. But this shirt we bought when we went to Universal, and so I'm wearing it just to paint. It's a cute shirt though. So this is how it came out. I love this color. I've used this special walnut in, like, for example, the gables out in front of my house. We use that same stain on that wood. It just came out a little bit different. Depending on what wood you use, it will determine how it stains. So now I'm using this polyurethane clear gloss just to go over the letters. I didn't want to go over the sign because I just didn't want to risk it looking weird. So the letters, it does have like a little yellow tint to it, and as I was putting on the liquid, I had to make sure to spread it on well. This little sponge here that I'm using wasn't the best choice for this. I ended up getting a piece of white cloth that worked better for this, because what was happening, the sponge was actually falling apart as I was trying to spread the polyurethane. So you can see me there trying to take out the pieces, and my husband, he went and got me a little piece of cloth that I ended up using instead, which worked a lot better. And that's basically it. I went ahead and let it dry outside in the sun for a few minutes. It dried up pretty fast, so you don't need that long to dry. So now bringing in the letters and getting them ready to be nailed and glued onto the board. Once we place the letters in the correct, correct place that we want to put them, I went ahead and traced the edges with a pencil. That way when we removed the letters, so we had to remove them to put the glue, we can go ahead and place them back where we had placed it in the beginning. and then we just went ahead and stapled them on there. We're playing around with, how far down we wanted to put the letters. I reminded my husband that I actually wanted to I am gonna put a little bow on top, so I needed a little bit more room on the top and a little bit at the bottom because I did end up putting some burlap string around the bottom as well. You'll see. And all we're doing now is using wood glue and just using a little bit of wood glue. We use this one, the Tight Bond, and just putting a little bit on the letters and then putting them on the board. You don't want to use too much glue because then it's going to, come out on the when you press it down. So we just used a little bit, and he's using a nail gun to just put a small little nail to secure it while it dries. What I did, because when you nail the little nail on there, it does leave like a little hole, so you can always go in with caulking and just fill in those little holes. And that's the way that it came out. It looks a little bit darker here in the garage because there's not enough light, but you'll see it doesn't look as dark when it's in the light. So now for the fun part, I decided to make a little bow. I'm not the best at making bows, so I do have to admit this. I got this ribbon at my Dollar Tree, and I was thinking that I had some zip ties, but I didn't. But I used this little wire tie to secure the bow, and then I basically just, once I had created the loops, I just separated them so to make a bow. There's not really much to it. I probably should have watched a YouTube tutorial, but I just went ahead and did it as so, which I think it still looks cute. Now I'm just using a little bit of ribbon just to go around the bow, just to make it look more neat. And I'm using my glue gun to secure it. Bit of ribbon left, and I was hoping that I would have enough, so I kind of had to just play around with the way I wanted. I wanted the ribbon to look a little bit wider on the actual board, and the best thing was to probably just go back to Dollar Tree and get myself another more ribbon, but I wanted to finish it up. So what I did, I just decided to double the ribbon, and even though it kind of ended right in the edge, I decided that I would just hot glue the edges to make it look like it went around, even though it just was enough just to make it look like it went around. But I think it still looks kind of cute. I learned my lesson I'm using a highlighter now just to press it down, because earlier when I was trying to glue, I burned myself. So I'm using a highlighter to press down on the hot glue. It's so hot. I'm going to go ahead and glue the bow right in the middle. And I didn't get to record myself, but I ended up putting that, like I said, that yarn It's like it's yarn. It's not yarn, but it's actually made. It has that metal inside it, so it's burlap with that. I don't know what it's called. That just like a bendable metal, and it was easy to wrap it. And I just tied it, the edges around the other parts of the ribbon, or not ribbon, but string. And here is the sign. I'm bringing it out, and I feel like this is going to be the best place for it, and it looks great as you're driving up to the house as well. So don't click off yet, stay tuned, because I am going to be adding a special touch to this door sign for fall. The Home Sweet Home doormat and the black and white doormat I found at Target, and I just layered them. I think it looks really cute for fall, but it can also look great for any other season as well. My wreaths are from Walmart this year. I love the colors of it, and I just had to get these, as well as these lanterns. They're also from Walmart, and you're going to see in the next shot that I did end up getting some flameless candles for them that start on a timer. Those little black and white pillows, also from Walmart. And I think, like, even though they can be for any season, I think they look great for fall as well. This is actually filmed on the following day, and I ended up finding these pumpkins. These are real pumpkins from Walmart, and I just bought 3 for each side. I went with a larger orange one, a small little orange, and a white pumpkin. So these flameless candles I ended up getting at Walmart as well. They come on a timer, so you can start the timer at whatever time you want them to start, and they will run for 5 hours and be off for 19 hours. So I ended up putting them when it starts to get a little bit dark, so stay tuned for the last clip. I will be showing you guys a clip of how they look like in the when it's dark outside. This is a close-up to the wreaths that I got at Walmart. They're beautiful. It has that burnt orange color, the green, and that gold color with the little acorns as well. And here's another close-up to the sign that we made. I'm so looking forward for the fall weather when it gets a little bit cooler and I can come outside on a weekend and just relax here in my rocking chairs. It's been so hot out here, but like I said, we're starting to get a little bit cooler weather, so I'm so happy for fall. Okay, so here is the addition that I added just to give it more of a fall look. I ended up getting these sunflowers on Amazon, and they came in for a set of 2. So I went ahead and just hot glued it on there. It took me a while. I didn't record everything because I had to hold the sunflower down for a while until the glue had dried. But it just looks so cute with that sunflower. I feel like it gives it more of a fall look. It can even go for summer, but I think a sunflower also works for fall. I'm so happy with this door sign. I know that some people locally sell these really expensive, so I thought, you know, I can easily do this. And the only thing is that I don't have a Cricut machine, or I don't to make, you know, the stencil for it. So those letters from Walmart really helped. So I really recommend those letters. Of course, you do have to paint them, and you can paint them to whatever color you want. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys really liked this video, and I hope it really inspired you and gave you some ideas of how to decorate your front porch. And stick around for the next shot. It's going to be of the candle, or the flameless candles turned on at night, and they look so nice. Of course, we can't end the video without showing a shot of Bingley. He's there staring at me through the little pane glass. He is so funny. Again, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you are new, please consider subscribing. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.